So tonight, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my story and my walk with Jesus. So me and my family, we were always a biblical house. I had a good Christian environment, great parents. I was always Christian, but I never really became serious about my faith until our family hit rock bottom. And my parents were going through a separation, and I was a time where I needed a lot of help. I was lost, and I just didn't really know so much what to do with myself. I just felt like I was weighted down in chains, and I just needed some guidance. And my mom and I, we moved down here, and I've been here in Hampstead since 5th grade. Love it down here, by the way. But I realized that going to a new place or going to a new school, that isn't what's going to make you start new and release you of your chains. That's not how you can do that. So I became free when I started my life with Jesus. And moving to a new place won't do it, only when you begin your walk with God. And that happened to me. I'm part of Boy Scouts. We went backpacking in the Appalachian Mountains in Virginia. And if you guys have not been backpacking before, I strongly suggest it. That is definitely a time where you have a lot of time to breathe. A lot of time to breathe. There's no outside disturbances, no phone, no laptops, no anything like that. It's just your backpack, what you have on you, God's creation in the woods, the mountains, and your minds. You have a lot of time to be honest with yourself, to be able to talk, and that's something me and my friends did. There were about 10 other people that walked with me. We went 50 miles in a week, and about the fourth night in, we came up about a mile high. We were in the mountains, and you could see about 75 miles out. And it was beautiful seeing God's creation. And up to that point, I was carrying like just such a big weight on my shoulders. I couldn't make it anymore. And I had to be honest with myself. And I wanted to feel liberated. I wanted to feel that sense of life. And I only knew that I could achieve that through Jesus. So I did the strongest thing I could do, and that was to fall on my knees. And I prayed to God. I confessed all the bad things I've done. I told him what I've been going through. I asked him to help me through this. I asked for him to save me. And next thing I know, all my friends, 10 other people, we were all down crying, on our knees praying for each other, praying together, asking for Jesus to be with us. And that was the most beautiful and liberating moment in my life. Chains broken and new life with Jesus. And I remember walking by myself, praying, crying all over the place. I was so happy. And I was praying to Jesus. I was like, Jesus, please show me your sign you're here. I can feel you. Show me a sign. I want to see that you're here. And I look up, and a big black bear was staring at me. Big black bear out in the middle of the woods, just staring right at me. And I remember just looking at the bear and it looking at me, and it was just a moment of peace. And I knew from God that was a sign that he was there with me. He was there with all my friends. And I was in such awe and just thankfulness. And I knew in that moment it was him. And later that night, we all had a big campfire where we were staying. Me and my friends were just so open with each other. And it was just us, friends, creation, and what we had in our bags. And I realized that those outside disturbances of the worldly life is not what it's about. It's about walking with Jesus. And that's what I discovered, walking in the woods with my friends and backpacking. And ever since that moment, I was able to discover the power of my why. Like, why am I sent here? What is the purpose of me living on this earth? What is the point? And I learned that I've got to love Jesus, and I got to show love to others. And I'm going to do everything in my power to bring people to him. That's what he wants. Let's make heaven more crowded, I like to say. Let's bring more people in. And I've noticed since that point that whatever it may be, I want to bring people to him. And that was only because he was there for me in a time when I needed him most. And ever since that point, I've discovered the power of my why to impact others and to bring people to Him. My life has completely changed, and I will forever be thankful. I've seen that through football. I don't know how many people go here to Topsail. All right, thank you. Okay, I see you. So a big thing you guys have seen at Topsail is sometimes, especially with football, it's obviously a big part of my life. Our football team has always kind of been down and scared, always fighting with amongst each other and not having a common purpose to play and to fight for. And this season, we turned it around. That's because we're all playing for Jesus. We knew what we were fighting for inside. We were able to come together as a team, have the best season we could ever have, beat teams and compete against teams fearlessly, against teams we've never been able to before. And I've been able to come to youth group past 2 years, and it's such an amazing experience because you can see what the power of God can do to one place. And I've seen our school change. I've seen people be more free in how they talk as Christians. I've seen people reach down and grab people up and bring them to the faith with them. And I'll forever be thankful. A big verse that's always been with me in my walk with Jesus and holding me close to Him has been Hebrews 11:1. And that says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we don't see." And that's always struck me hard because when you're in a low place and you don't know what the future holds, that can be a scary time. You feel lost. You don't know what's going to happen. And I've discovered God has got your future. He has that in His hands. He's already got your future mapped out. You just have to trust Him. Now, you don't see your future, but I know as long as we all trust in God and we always know what He has in store for us, we can be confident in what He has in store for us. No matter if what we see it now, in 5 years, we're like, oh, that's what Jesus was doing. I wish I knew that. Now eyes are open. We're able to realize the blessings we have in our life. So thank you guys for letting me share with you. Thank you.